Welcome to the channel, welcome to the workshop, and you've seen by the thumbnail, this is a bit of a different kind of video. We're going to look at some photos I've taken, but it's never quite straightforward as that. There's some retro tech involved. Back in 2001, I was going to South Africa and we're going to go on a safari, so I bought myself a stills camera. Take it with me with zoom on it. This Canon, what is it? A Canon SureShot 105 Zoom S, fantastic piece of kit. Did that trip and it went away in a drawer as they always do. And then about 6 years ago, I decided to crack it out and see if it still works. Threw a battery in it, all fired up. So I bought a black and white film for it, 35mm film. And the idea was to do some car shows, take some photos, every couple of everyone, get them developed, see what they look like. Not holding that it will turn out very well, because this had been sat in a drawer for the best part of 10-15 years, and I started doing that, as you'll see when we look into the photos. But about 3 years ago, I found this again because it went into my Scirocco's glove box and just sat there, and then I eventually took it out when it went for restoration, and it went onto a shelf in the house and it sat there. But there was still about 10 or 15 shots left on it. So when we went away early this year to Cornwall, I took it with me, with the idea being I'd finish the film off and then I'd get them developed and we'll see what they look like. So that's what we're going to do. We're basically going to go through the photos I took and how different it is now getting actual film photos developed. It's not straightforward anymore and it ain't quick. But let's do the overhead as we go through the photos. We'll have a chat about the challenge of using one of these in 2025. Okay, so let's start with my camera. So I've got a SureShot. I bought this full price from Argos, about 110 quid I think it was when I bought it. I bought it because, turn it on, it has a full-on optical zoom. I think it's 10 times optical zoom. So that's the reason why I bought it. Really nice little camera as well. Really nice little camera. Anyway, let's just get onto the photos. So I finished taking the shots with that back in April this year, and I thought, where can I get them developed? Because I've not developed film in ages. My job used to be doing inspections, and we used to use still cameras all the time, and I'd go through film after film after film after film of these. I mean, I'd go to site and go through 5, 10, 36 exposure shots. We put them into boots and we'd have them back the following day, because everybody, including the big one, particularly one in Manchester, the one in Warrington we used to use a lot, they had their own processing plants on site. That is not the case anymore. Max Spielman may do it, but it's all set up now for digital printing. So I ended up going with boots for the simple reason they were slightly cheaper. And when I say cheaper, I mean not as expensive. So this is a black and white film that I used in this. So I processed 36 shots, black and white film with I like the satin finish shots. And this work turned out to be, I think it was a penny short. I'm sure it was £19. 19 quid for 36 shots. I remember it used to be about £6 or £7. Anyway, 19 quid. Not only that, it took 4 weeks for my film to be sent out and sent back. 4 weeks. It used to be, True Print used to be quicker than that. But anyway, this is what we are. So the idea today now is literally just to go through the photos, just to show you how good they are. And you know, I must admit, I have been through them quickly, and there's a certain tangible thing. Firstly, you get, it's not the old school ones where you get a picture holder wallet thing. We do get this. I do remember you get your shot thing, which is quite nice. They will do these to digital, by the way. There was an option to get digital copies of these, but I didn't want that because I wanted to use the photos. Obviously, that's the first photo I ever took. This would have been 2018, so obviously it wasn't wound on properly. And then we got some of these. A Mark 1 Scirocco. I'm trying to think where this was. It's possible this was Volkswagen Northwest, or in fact, I know where this was. This was an old Volkswagen show, all types in North Wales. This has been Bodwell in Castle, and that's a mate of mine's car. Again, just another one of those. Just the crispness of it, and it's just tangible, isn't it? Just holding it. See, my Scirocco, again from the old type show. I tried to take shots that had a little bit to them for the black and white, some contrast. Okay, this is, I think this is Tatton. I'm sure this is Tatton. Again, about 2018, 2017, 2018. This is the Retribute show, Retribute stand. Just getting some nice shots of all my mates' cars. And obviously then, Santa Pod. This was the Retribute's club stand at Santa Pod. God, this was a while ago. At the Retro show, which is now no longer happens. It fell apart just after the pandemic. But it used to be a really good show at Santa Pod. Obviously my Scirocco before its body kit fitted to it. Is that a Noble MC12? And you can't miss getting a shot looking onto the Santa Pod gantry, can you? Obviously one there showing the, as part of my Scirocco, when I got it on stand, I have a Smash Hits magazine, which is the same date as the car got released. I know. This one, Scirocco Register National Meet. This was the RAF. This is the RAF Cosford. So I think about 2018. Just so the show I'm still involved with. It's moved locations now, but always a good day. Always a good day out. Again, just getting an idea of the crispness of the images. I think it just turned out really. There's still something about them. It's just better than a digital image, because I think it's processed on there straight onto the film. It's not being updated or changed or improved by your phone on the computer on your phone. Get just a few more from that show. Again, another one of my car at the same show. Obviously, I took a picture, putting it back in my pocket. Now that they would have been 7 years ago, 7, 8 years ago. So I wasn't convinced these were going to develop properly, but I thought I'll take them when we go to Cornwall this year, and this was a test shot to make sure the camera was working okay. So again, that's my car, but with the body kit, BBS body kit. And then we've got shots like this. There's some landscapes I thought I'd do. Just test it again. Obviously that's St Ives Bay. Shots St Ives, or is it Newquay? One of the two. It's Newquay Bay. That's Lou in South, just into the border between Devon and Cornwall. If you know Lou, if you watch Return to Paradise, which one is it? The one Death in Paradise runoff. This is where they shoot it. I mean, well, it's down because it is Devon, but it's actually in Cornwall. I just thought I'd get some shots, some landscape shots. And again, this was a very blustery day, bit overcast. This is where we're staying at Holywell Bay. This is the bay just over. It's about a 2-mile walk down. That's Holywell Bay itself. And that's just the thing down that side of it. Now you notice there's a few pictures missing. That wasn't all 36. There's a couple of my family I wasn't going to show, but just it's just having something like this, isn't it? How often do you get pictures printed off? My daughter actually prints digital pictures off every so often, and yeah, it's just something. Really miss it. So, are you going to still use physical cameras, physical media from cameras like film? Or you see me, I've got another video coming up actually. We've just replaced the Polaroid camera we use in the camper van with a modern version. I'm going to be covering that on another video because I'm really enjoying this new iteration of that camera. But I'm thinking I might use this a bit more often, just because purely for nostalgia. I mean, look at just the crispness of the photos and just something about them. Just something about them. That's all. The downside is obviously the cost. It's not exactly cheap to get them processed anymore. There might be cheaper options online. I'll have to have a look, but when I was looking at it, I just wanted to get them done in Manchester where I could pick them up easily. But yeah, if you made it to the end of this, again, let me know if you still use film cameras. I'm interested. I'm interested in where you get them processed, because I'm thinking about, say, using this a bit more often when we go away, just as a catch of a time when you're there, because you take loads of photos on your phone and you very rarely use them again. You might post a few up on Facebook, but then that's it. It's just done and just sat there. Whereas these, just being able to go back and flick through and go through the memories associated with those, it's just it's fantastic. Anyway, it's enough of me doing a bit of a show and telling you, showing some pictures I've taken. Yeah, and waffling on with a bit of nostalgia, but if you made it this far and this was interesting, let me know. And thanks for watching. Cheers.